Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Monday, the 30th day of November. It's the last day of the month. National Personal Space Day. So, hey, stay away.
Okay.
It's also National Mason Jar Day, National Moose Day, National Meth Awareness Day, Computer Security Day, Stay Home Because You're Well Day, National Mississippi Day, and it's a new thing called Cyber Monday. So a lot of folks are going to be, cybering their way around on the old internet today. I don't think that's how you say that exactly.
I don't think so either.
It's also a Movie Star Monday, and I'm so excited to have Corbin Bernsen.
I love this man.
So, L.A. Law, Psych, Major
Psych.
League, big long list.
Psych.
He's got a new movie out. I'm super excited to chat with him about it. I looked at the previews. It looks really good. It's a Christmas movie. So, going to be chatting with him about that. And if I don't talk to him about Psych, Heidi's already told me I have to sleep on the couch. So I'll be sure to talk to him about his role as Henry Spencer
show.
on Psych as well. It's all coming up.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A study found that the kid who was mom's favorite... First, I'm going to ask, you think you were mom's favorite?
Duh.
Okay. Well, you maybe you should have let me tell you what. Study that found the kid whose mom's favorite is most likely to suffer from depression as an adult.
Duh.
Also, a study of adults found that while the average adult would rate themselves a solid 7 out of 10 on the kindness scale, 14% don't think they could be any nicer. So they're saying, some people are like, no, I'm pretty darn nice. And there's others that are like, I'm the nicest you could possibly be.
Okay.
So now you know. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. An Idaho Falls man arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon after shooting a man early on Sunday morning outside a Crown Bar in downtown Idaho Falls. Victim told police that one bullet was fired at him during an incident at 2:14 a.m. Police say the round struck a vehicle. Thank goodness didn't hit a person. No other details about the crime were released. In an arrest document, they say Connor Prunknell fled the scene in a silver Honda. Later, they pulled him over at a Texaco gas station. Police said that the officer wrote that both Prunknell and the passenger smelt strongly of alcoholic beverages and both appeared to be inebriated. Upon searching the car, they found the gun and they also found other belongings. So, yeah, he got all liquored up and then shot at somebody. Bad idea. Don't do that. It's a really, because they got arrested. Did I mention that?
You did once.
That's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Ben Affleck is in the news. He and Ana de Armas were spotted smooching it up on the New Orleans set of the sci-fi thriller Deep Water.
Okay.
That is not social distancing, just so
It is not.
And then Liam Hemsworth sold the fire-damaged Malibu house that he shared with Miley Cyrus for about half of what they paid for it.
I think Liam seems like a neat guy.
Yeah, I think so too.
Don't you think? He just seems really
yeah, both of them
grounded and super cool.
Yeah. And Miley seems a little wild. So anyway, yeah, that's somebody got a bargain apparently. It was like a fire sale. So, because the house would.
Right. I get it.
Had a fire. All right, let's move on. Kind of seems as though Heidi's just not into my jokes today. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for your scoop of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of timeforrehab.com. If you think coupon clipping is not worth your time, well, listen to this. You could be throwing away some real money. Coupon experts say if you spend about 20 minutes a week clipping coupons, you could save $1,500 to $2,000 a year for 20 minutes a week. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But where do you find the coupons to clip?
This is it. Where do you get coupons anymore? I have no idea.
Well, somebody out there is going to probably send you a message and tell you.
And it's got to be stuff you actually need, because if it's not stuff you need and you're using the coupons, are you really saving money?
Exactly. I saw a person that is like a coupon clipper big time, and they were buying baby food.
Right.
And
like, you don't
they
even have a
flat
kid.
out said in the video, they're like, well, I don't have a baby, but here's my plan. I'm buying this baby food at this huge discount, and then I'm going to sell this online, and I'm going to make money that way. And I was like, okay, if you sell it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I would just buy things you need personally.
Exactly.
But what do I know? I'm not a coupon expert.
Exactly.
Guys, are you having problems with, splashback at a urinal? I can't even believe I'm reading this story. Have no fear. Science has figured out what you need to do.
Do you have that issue?
I don't think I've ever really paid any attention, but the perfect way to urinate to keep things clean, again, I didn't know that was a problem, but they used high-speed video footage.
Wow.
And they found that you can reduce splashback by moving closer to the urinal and decreasing the angle of the impact. What? I don't
Is
think
there a video? I want to see the video.
I'm just saying, I've never had any issue with this. What are we doing I didn't know people were using the urinal wrong. You walk out of there like, wow, I did that wrong. Pants are soaking wet. I've never even seen anyone have a problem with this, so I didn't know that was a thing. Police in India arrested a holy man who claimed that he could cure chronic diseases simply by staring into the eyes of the patients. The man got caught when a patient with a high fever, whom he was eyeballing, showed absolutely no sign of recovery. So then he was arrested. They're like, you're not even good at this.
All right.
A California man won Father of the Year. Take a listen to this. He built his own Disneyland roller coaster. Sean La Rochelle of Napa spent 4 months building a scaled-down version of the famed Matterhorn ride. It's a 2-story single-passenger roller coaster. His 400 feet of track includes Swiss flags, waterfalls, and even an upset Yeti in the mountains. Sean's kids can thank Corona for their backyard playground on steroids. Disneyland closed in mid-March due to the pandemic. 2 weeks later, he started to build his own ride. He finished in July. I've got a link to a video of that, by the way. It's pretty cool. It's one of those things where I don't know that I would build one in my yard, but I think it's cool that somebody had the smarts and the ability to do that. That's just really neat.
Sure.
So, when I'm saying I wouldn't build
No,
that,
we're not building one in our
I'm
yard.
not saying I
just
want
so
to.
you know.
But if I were to build one, I would build one the size for my squirrels.
The squirrels would not get in it.
How can I trick a squirrel into getting in by a roller coaster?
Even if they did with as fat as our squirrels have gotten,
We
it would have to be a pretty hefty little roller coaster.
have obese squirrels.
We do. It's really
kinda funny.
alarming, actually.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, But I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Movie Star Monday, and quite a movie star today from Major League, from LA Law, from one of our favorite TV shows, Psych, where he plays Henry Spencer. We have Mr. Corbin Bernsen. Hello, how are you?
I'm wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Well, first things first, let's talk about your new Christmas movie, Farmer and the Belle.
When we made it a year or so ago, a little bit more, I think, pre-COVID and all that, it's just a wonderful story. They had a lot of wonderful elements. A friend of mine, Jen Gottsman, her husband, Jim Chandler, put it together. As I recall, the first reading, it focused on beauty and what is true beauty, which I think was a lot of what Jen wanted to put into the film at the beginning. Storyline-wise, you got to that thematic through this notion that there's a place called Santa Land that needs to be saved, where the two lovers are going to rekindle their relationship. But that was sort of a function of story, saving Santa Land.
Yeah.
Now, given everything that's happened in the time in between, I think it's taken a bigger meaning. Saving Santa Land, which was a cute little, attraction in this small town, Santa Land, that everybody went to, and is in jeopardy in the year of the movie because of finances and all that. But thematically, for me, it's become, what is saving Santa Land? What is saving Christmas? Saving Thanksgiving? And is this year that's been blown apart for so many of us, or for everybody, really, and disassembled from the way we knew it. I think it's time for us to rediscover what is Thanksgiving this year. We say Thanksgiving, but do we mean cranberry sauce and the biggest turkey, or do we really mean sitting around the table and giving thanks to frontline workers in this year who've sat at hospitals and people who've served us and taken care of us, in the midst of this pandemic? Christmas, is it really just shopping on Blue Monday, Black Friday, Cyber Tuesday, or is it really celebrating, if you tend to be a faith person, celebrating Christ and God, or celebrating lessons of, Christ. So I think it's a time for us to reevaluate who we are, what we are, and I think these holidays form so much of who and what we are, but we've lost sight of what they are, and maybe this year we save them and they become more valuable, and through this whole dark year, we grow.
I agree completely, and that would be a nice gift from this very bizarre year, wouldn't it, for all of us to come together a little more?
I do have a belief in God and Christ, and I have a belief, for me, it's what it is. Other people, they call it nature or random events or whatever, and I don't fault anybody for anything they believe, as long as they believe and have faith towards something. But it seems like all of this year is just devastation and without purpose, but I do believe there is purpose, and it is a time for us to reinvent who we are, humanity, which seems to, pre-COVID, pre-divisive politics, we seem to have been slipping away from for years. So I think this is a wonderful opportunity that's before us to grow from this thing.
Absolutely. And while I've got you on the phone, I have to talk to you at least a little bit about Psych. Otherwise, I probably won't be welcome back in my home. We are huge fans of that. And for several seasons, you got to be Henry Spencer. And it looks to me like you guys had to have a blast filming that TV show.
We did. It was 8 seasons, not several. 8 years, 130-odd episodes of it. It was wonderful. It was one of those, not unlike LA Law or the camaraderie that I had on Major League, but a wonderful cast getting together that will forever be intertwined, and no matter what we do moving forward, we're going to be this family that knows that we did something very special. The cast and crew, I might add.
Yeah.
Especially, people always talk about that, but our crew is very much part of what we were as that Psych family. But when you go to work and you have that kind of purpose and that kind of friendship and respect for one another, it's another whole level.
Thank you so much for your time today, and thank you for just bringing joy to people, because, boy, that's needed right now.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I really urge everybody, as you sit around the table, whether you're alone or one or two or three or four of you, really give some real thanks for a moment to the people that really have gone out of their way to keep the machinery going. I know we've lost a lot of lives, and we have to honor that, but we also have saved a lot of lives. They have.
Absolutely.
Let's give some real thanks to that, the people who put vaccines together, and I think this is the year where we dig deep into who we are and what we want to become.
I agree. Corbin, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Again, our guest today, Corbin Bernsen, his new movie, The Farmer and the Belle, Saving Santa Land. I've got a link to all the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, Jeff?
The longest game of Monopoly ever was 1,680 hours. 1,600.
There's no way
Keep
I
in
would
mind,
do that. No thanks.
24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
So this is
that's ridiculous.
A long time. But that is the longest ever game of Monopoly, according to Hasbro. So now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Kenya. Have we done a story from Kenya before?
I think we did once.
I don't know what that would have been, but here's this one. The world's last known white giraffe has been given a GPS tracking device in Kenya. Apparently white giraffes don't mate very often. So this is the last one that we know of. The world's last.
What's it supposed to mate with if it's the last white giraffe?
I don't know. Another giraffe that's a regular
It'll still be the
giraffe?
last white giraffe.
I don't know how that works. I have no idea. So who knows? I've got a link to the story, though. You want to read it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A California man wanted in an alleged Ponzi scheme, $35 million Ponzi scheme, tried to flee the FBI agents by hopping onto an underwater sea scooter and taking it into the frigid lake. That sounds like he had quite a plan here. 44-year-old Matthew Piercy jumped into a pickup truck when agents went to arrest him Monday, leading them on a wild chase before eventually abandoning the vehicle on the shores of Lake Shasta. According to federal prosecutors, he grabbed a Yamaha sea scooter, which is a motorized submersible device that pulls users at about 4 miles an hour, took it into the cold water, staying there for about 25 minutes. He was taken away in handcuffs after resurfacing. He was indicted by a grand jury last week for allegedly bilking investors into giving him $35 million.
Whoa.
For companies Family Wealth, Legacy, and Zola.
Whoa.
And he spent some of that on a really cool underwater sea scooter. So that just sounds like one heck of a getaway. He's like, try to catch me down here. I'm gonna go for a swim. Where were you going, dude? He got caught. It's some weird news. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. One of the two armed suspects who held a family hostage in a Queens, New York home asked the police if they'd get him some pizza. What? As the duo was looking for money, they believe was stashed in that former resident had passed away of cancer, and they thought, oh, he's got money in here. One of the suspects asked responding police to let him speak with his wife, and then they asked for pizza. That request was not complied with.
No, of course not.
PD, shortly after midnight, all the hostages had been removed from the home. They targeted the home because of 36-year-old man who lived there died of cancer last month, and one of the suspects had known him and thought that he might have had money stashed in the house. Charges are pending for the pair. So, what a bizarre story. And did you really think you're like, oh, hey, we're going to keep this standoff going as long as we need to. So could you just bring us some food?
Yeah. Not
Oh,
good.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good plan.
That's unfortunate.
Anything else? Should we bring you more ammo? I mean, what
Yeah,
else would you
really.
like? I
What
just
else can we do for you tonight?
didn't think that one through. But that is why it is today's Moment of Duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you and amuse me? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Fake news or Florida? A Florida shoplifter was caught on surveillance cameras trying to hide a chainsaw down the front of his pants. Fake news or Florida?
I'm going to say fake news.
It's a true story.
Ah.
Would it have helped if I would have told you the chainsaw was not running? I mean, makes it a little safer, but still, how did you think you were going to get out? Chainsaws, for those of you who don't know.
They're pretty big.
Yeah, it's a pretty good-sized tool.
It really is.
And if you're going to stash a chainsaw in your pants...
You're not going to get far.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's got really big pants.
It had hammer pants, maybe.
MC Hammer, that's who it was. No, it was not.
He's fallen on hard times.
No. We just saw him not even a full year ago.
We did.
Anyway, this is a true story from Fake News or Florida. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of The John and Heidi Show is brought to you by The John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying The John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. And this time of year, a lot of people do baking, but boy, this is just a neat story. Good news comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Here's a headline. A competitive bake-off between two dads became a very good deed, and it became a good deed movement. Two dads in Pennsylvania decided to have a bake-off. This started in April. Months later, they've delivered now thousands of cookies to essential workers in the community. And I'm looking at a photo of these two, and they look like people I would know. Like, they just seem like about our age, and they just seem like really nice guys. Began when Scott McKenzie, age 58, okay, he's a little older than us, furloughed from his job. Instead of sitting around feeling sorry for himself, he thought, you know what? I'm going to learn a new skill each and every week. And he said, I have never made cookies from scratch ever in my life.
Oh.
So I made them for the first time, and they weren't that bad. Everybody, he said, so like everybody in my generation, I had to brag about what I did on Facebook. And that's when he posted this. And Jeremy Unrick, 42, so he's closer to our age, longtime friend, saw the post and challenged him to a competition because that's what people like us do. He said, great job, but I bet mine are better than yours. And he added that I'm going to make some cookies with my boys. And then there's a photo of them online. Well, this little competition turned into quite the cool thing because all of a sudden they made dozens of batches of cookies and they started taking them to essential workers. They said, we came out of this a little bit of sugar and some flour, or what we can say came out of this, a little bit of sugar and flour can go a long way, and we should do it again. And it's turned into a really cool competition. Since April, more than 100 other people have joined the group, baking cookies and delivering them. Over 15,000 cookies have been given to workers at hospitals and grocery stores and fire departments.
That's pretty cool.
And there's a really cool group where you can see what's happening in here. It says we've delivered to over 120 places so far. Fire departments, schools, post offices. Proms, where did I get that? Jerry Ulrich, 71, said, for my wife and I, it warms our hearts. We get more out of it than the recipients do. So it's just a really cool story. And I see people in here that one is a lung cancer survivor. There's all kinds of people that have been down a lot of different paths. But it all started with these two guys just going, you know what? Let's do something nice. I've got a link to the story. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great Monday. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show.